Squeaky's on the windowsill, king of the throne. Charlie's got a feather toy, she's in her zone. Doobie's in the kitchen, knocking stuff down. 3 cats ruling this crazy little town.
She is climbing the flippin' screen. Doobie! Doobie-doo! Don't do that! What in the world is all that? Good morning, everyone. Oh, well, I thought I won one. I did. It was a success. It really did work. I promise it worked. But as I suspected and kept saying, that little plastic hose it was definitely too weak for what I was trying to do with it. I knew it. I kept saying it. I'm like, I don't think that's going to work. This is a weak thing. Now, what else happened? Well, it happened twice. It popped off of there twice. It popped off of there because the glue came undone. So I actually did find a fitting to go around it. But then it said, you know what? I told you no. And it cracked. And that was from water pressure. So I don't have a pipe, or I mean I have a PVC pipe, but they don't bend like I need it to. It just goes straight, and that would be in the way. So I don't have like a hose or anything thick enough to do that job. I know. Hello. So, I could get on the bike and go somewhere and get stuff like that. There's a hardware store just down the road from me. But it's going to rain today, off and on. So, I gotta wait till I can get somewhere. That's the inconvenience of not having a car, is you just can't, like, on a stormy day, you can't just hop in the car and go. Anyway, on a stormy day, you just can't hop in the car and go. And it's so convenient that around May, I was promised I could use a vehicle, but nothing's been done with that. So, I mean, I guess relying on an old demented man, and I believe that's where the word demented came from, is dementia. Or the word dementia came from is the word is demented. I don't know. I think they're related to each other. Oh. Oh. Girls up top. Oh my. Don't get that on. Squeaky sometimes overeats. Oh. Oh, yay. Make sure that's not... Okay, you're pointed at me, not the food. Is that ready yet? No? Oh, darn it. Oh. I was looking for my remote so I could turn that off. It is hot in here. It is 60 something outside. It is 81 inside my house. How's that happen? How's that happen? I didn't even lock it. There. I mean, I got a couple windows open anyway, because I did open them yesterday. I just sat there, I'm like, this is freaking hot, this is freaking hot, this is freaking... I need air. Hurry up. I also need coffee. Again, I'm a coffee addict. So I'm going to have to... It's only supposed to get up to 76 today, which I would be like, oh, that's hot. But it's not so bad compared to yesterday and the day before, so... So if I had a thicker hose that I could do the same thing with, that would bend, that would be great. I know down in Pelston, the Family Dollar, their garden hoses are, at a Family Dollar, garden hoses are $17. Like, okay, you can just like give us a cheaper one, a shorter, cheaper one. I'm pretty sure if I went to the hardware store, that would be expensive too. But anyway, I had the right idea, the wrong materials. There's that other plate. Oh my gosh. Every time I turn around, these cats are losing their plates. Oh, I wonder if I turned this thing on. Yeah, that's good. That's done. Since I'm hot, I'm going to put some of my cold coffee from yesterday in there. Cold brew's still sitting. I didn't deal with it yet. With that, and I probably will in just a minute. It's a good idea. I need to filter it out because it is just ground sitting in cold water. But it made coffee. Where are those? Oh, they fell over, that's why. So what I'm going to do... I'm going to do this in the blue can because I don't know if there is enough room in that little can for that. Now you can't see me. Ow! Ow! The bigger one. Use this, and they both got holes in them, but these are smaller holes. I think when you make it, the grounds go in this one and the water goes in this one, but the water, because the water has to go slower, but it went too slow for me, so I drilled in there a little bit. Just a little bit, just took a couple screws and went down. So literally, one of these days I'm going to have to replace that. See the grounds at the top? Ooh. And that's going to sit until it drips out of there. But, let's see. sludge. Oh, knives work. Just stir it so that the stuff gets out of the way, and then you can be on your merry way with that. there may still be grounds in it, but not half as bad as what you would get if you didn't do this. Mud. After it soaks out later on when I'm not like running around. I guess I could do it now. Why do I keep saying that? I'll have to do this later on when I'm not, and then I'll be like, I guess I could do it now. Oh, freak out, Dean. I know I started swearing. Where should we have? Oh, that's the coffee. Why is that hot? Rinsed. I just take the grounds and I throw them out on the ground. That's probably what's called grounds. It's organic matter. It's not going to matter that it's out there. And I'm actually going to try and have a cup of that because this one's too hot for my hand. It's cold. I just use a plastic cup, right? Let's see. And I'm going to... La 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 la. Yep, that's how that's supposed to work. The little screen goes in the middle, because the big one is right now draining all of that. Cause Puff, what do you want? I am I guess for lack of other words, I re-poured it. Oh, that's why it's like that. Okay. So, let's see. I'm going to get a few grounds. You know, even in a conventional coffee maker, you sometimes get grounds in it. Especially if you have hard water like I do. Which I believe like most of the world does. Unless you got water conditioners on your pipes. I can't afford to buy the system. And then you have to get replacements for the filters and I can't afford that beast. So what I do have is the filter water that Dad put in. Oh my gosh, my hair, you guys. This stuff is miserable. It is miserable. And I know I complain about it every frickin' day, hoping that some old person would hear me. But they don't. They're sleeping or dying or something. I know that's bad to say, but you know, old people. When's the last time you heard I went anywhere besides on my bike to Pelston? That was when I got caught. It was like, what, 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago. Again, it's been since March. But we were sick in March. I think they had COVID. I don't know. It was the weirdest cold. And it didn't affect my taste or my smell, so I don't think it was COVID. But it started out with a nasty migraine that just ran up. Because my migraines always start here, and then... But it ran up like that. And then I was down sick for probably about a week. Now that had been my first head cold in 10 years. 10, 20, 10, 15 years maybe. It'd been a long time. So that happened. Then in April, we were supposed to get together. Everybody, not me, everybody else was sick for Mom's birthday. And in May, we had the ice storm. Then it was June and I was running around with Pam. So, I am so tempted because look at this. That is ridiculous. And it's heavy. And it's part of the reason I'm getting headaches. Besides air pressure. And you know what? It just darn makes me feel ugly. But I know if I do what I want to do, it's going to even look even more ugly. Because I've done it. And I can't... I mean, I guess I could trim it, but I can't thin it. I've straightened it before. I don't feel like doing that every day. I'm going to damage it, and it's going to fall off. But I think somebody in my family had relations with a buffalo. Or a sheep. Probably a sheep. Most of my family are from like Germany, Scotland, those areas. Dutch, whatever. That kind of stuff. So... Scotland, you know, hey McLeod, get off of my U, instead of hey you, get off of my, get off of my cloud. Hey McLeod, get off of my U. Yeah. They were sheep herders and... Hello, Charlie Puff. And there aren't any seeds in it. That was a bean husk in my teeth. I haven't brushed them this morning yet. And I fell asleep just after I ate last night. Oh, okay. I'm feeling the breeze from those now. 81 and it's 65 outside? Really? That's the cold brew. Hello. Why is it to me... She's got beautiful yellow eyes. She really does. But she looks... nice for some reason to me. Charlie Puff. Hi, Puffo. They look like they're either alien or, for lack of a better word, unalived eyes. They look like from another realm eyes. And she's not that way. Some people say, some people say that they are mediums for witches. I used to believe in all of that. I used to practice all of that. But I realized the reason I did that is because I was taught to do that. And that the people that taught me to do that, that is their problem with God, not mine. So I'm like, you know what? That's not me. I mean, I don't need the threat of that behind my belt anymore. Like, ooh, I never did say I was going to do that, because they have rule that whatever you send out there's coming back to you. I mean, obviously, a lot of people do. Some people call it witchcraft, other people call it karma. It just happens. Sometimes, if you wrong somebody, the universe is going to come back on you. So, anyway, I used to. Not anymore. And I haven't told my 2 best friends that still do. And I'm sure they'll be okay with it, because they know I'm not going to be preachy or anything to them. Anyway, they say that it is said that a cat is a demon that helps witches. However, I don't see the difference between a demon and a witch. Except for one's a spirit and one's got a physical body. Done with that subject. All controversial stuff. I don't like, I touch on the subjects, but I don't like to really converse with just random people on it, because I don't want to get into the argument. The people I want to talk to with it, I already talked to with it. Or, not with it, but about it. I already talked to them about it. So, the rest of the world, I don't want the argument. And I'm happier now that I've made that choice. Because again, like I said, that wasn't my issue. I was taught to have that issue. Ask Pam, even back in high school. And yeah, even back in high school. 16 years old, sitting there weirding out. I was conditioned. Absolutely conditioned. Or I guess people could say I was raised that way. But I don't think so. I think it was more of a conditioning. Still trying to... When I get a perfect piece of cloth, it sits around and sits around and sits around. The reason it does that is because I don't want to cut it and ruin it. Hi, baby. You want to come see Mama? I see your butt. I see your butt. Hi, Buffalo. Hi. Come see me. She could come see me. So, this perfect piece of cloth that I have is the cat. The cat sheet. Not the cat. The cat sheet. I don't know if I want to cut it or just leave it. It's cute, and I don't want to ruin it. And that's another reason I have all of these projects, is because I don't want to ruin what I've got already. Nope. I know, everybody's going to say, meds, T, take your meds. But I can't do that right now. I'm blocked in. My cat. Whoa! There she is. There she is. There's my beautiful girl. There's your mama, love you. But anyway, She on the edge of the bed, and she gets timid. She gets timid because she knows Doobie's running around and she still doesn't like her so much. She's getting used to the fact that she's here, but not liking it. My fault. Sorry, Puff, I ruined your life. Oh, I don't know where it went. It goes just a little past my breasts, so I can't show it to you right now. But I've been crocheting on that piece of blue cloth, and it's cute. It looks cute. Except, oh, there it is. It's way over there. Except, like I said, just right now, it just only goes just a little bit past my breasts, and it's not ready to show off yet. So when it's done, ooh, I could be doing that. I'm using this 3-strand to do that. I could be doing that, but then again, I'd have to turn the light on, and you'd have to look at the halo, and camera angle. One of these days, I'd like to get a camera, but I can't afford that either. I mean, a good one, like the ones Pam, she gets premium, like Nikons, and is that the brand she uses? I've seen her use Panasonic and Nikon, I'm pretty sure. Those are like minimum $600. I mean, the woman's got a job, so's her husband. You know, they can get. She's always had premium camera because that is one of her passions. Taking video and taking pictures, taking photos. Hello, Squeaky baby, handsome boy. I'd show you him, but... Hi! Hello, handsome. Oh, there you are. You want to come see me? Oh, I know what you want. And it's too freaking hot in this house to do what you want me to do, baby. You're my boy, I know, but it's too Come here, you can be on me with this. Come here. Come on. Come on, handsome. You could be over here. You could be here. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Yes, I know. You want a blanket on my lap because you don't like my skin under you. There he is. There he is. He's my boy. But one of these days I'd like to have a camera. That way I don't have to sit here to hold my phone. Hold the phone, Aunt T. Hold the phone. Here's my boy. There's my girl. Hello. Are we going to have an adult gathering here without the baby? Who's got the mocktails? You guys going to bring me a mocktail? Don't go, baby boy. It's a good... Oh. Okay, bye. Charlie's like, oh, Squeaky's up here. Anyway, I would like to be able to have an actual camera, but they are too expensive to have. Not too expensive to run, not too expensive this, that, or another thing. Too expensive to actually buy. Like, this phone, it's a Samsung 10E or something like that. A phone. $200. And I know people pay $1,000 for their phone. But that's ridiculous. And I got it, the reason it was $200 is I got it refurbished. I do a lot of that with my electronics, and I might be searching cameras on Amazon like that, because that's where I got this one. Is if I want, I don't go to those other sites from foreign countries anymore, because basically we're not allowed to. we got slapped with a lot of money to be able to use those. But they're also very, very, very scammy. So if I wanted something premium like this, I was lucky I got my bike off of there. And that's probably another reason why I got scammed with the other things. But if I want something premium like this, I go to Amazon. They're more they are way more trustworthy. And if I really want it premium, or really want to make sure that I pay for it and I get it, Walmart. Walmart will deliver me my stuff. I don't have to go somewhere. I don't need food. What I need is the pipe. And the clamps. And Walmart will deliver it to me. Duh, Tressa. See, it's not getting out and going places that I'm worried about. It's getting the things that I need to get my stuff done. I could care less. I sat in this house, other than going for walks, for a year once. So it's no big deal to be in my house. I enjoy being here. It's my home. It's the, darn it, I need something and it's out of my reach. But yeah, Walmart will deliver that stuff to me. Woohoo! I'll have to go on and look it over. You are such a handsome boy. I have this, I got it from my insurance. My insurance gives me over-the-counter money, and this sound machine was on it, and I got it, and it's really freaking cool. You can't really see. So, I sit here and I actually watch that. It's like watching a lava lamp. I'd watch it without the sounds on it. What I use that for, yesterday I was listening to 50s music. The Twist, you know, all that stuff. Some Elvis. I've kind of strayed away from, because I've listened to it and I over-listened to it because I had a crush on the way he looked and his beautiful voice, even though he was a jerk. And I put him on me. However, that can be a reminder of, don't go for people like that. But I was listening to 50s music, and I can't stop it, do a screen record, or even a video or anything like that if I'm using the Bluetooth. Bluetooth reminds me, it should... The word Bluetooth reminds me of pirates. And Bluebeard. And I think Bluetooth should be a pirate. I don't remember because I've done so many videos now. I don't remember if I told you the story about when I first saw a Bluetooth on someone. Now, at this point in time, let's see, they looked like they were long and you stuck them to your ear and connected to your phone. And I didn't see this device on somebody. And I don't know. Anyway, and I was always told, if you're talking to yourself, you're nuts. You're crazy. And this guy standing in the middle of the store talking to himself. And he just mumble right next to me. I'm like, excuse me, what? He's like, I'm on the phone. I said, on the phone? And he was nice enough to say, Bluetooth. And he showed me the device. I looked at him and I go, live long and prosper? Because of Star Trek, and they had those devices. Star Trek. You know how they're saying South Park predicts everything? Star Trek did too. They had Bluetooth on their show, but they didn't call it that. In the 60s. They also had cell phones. Their little communicators. So, it was just weird because, like I said, I was always told that if you're talking, you're standing in the middle of the store talking to yourself, just like I'm talking to you, you are BS crazy. I say BS. I know BS means bull crap for YouTube purposes, but it also means bat crap. So I say BS crazy. It could also be bull crap crazy too. It's because when you're crazy, a lot of bull crap comes with it. Now, it's stuck to everything. And that's how people hack you, is you turn your Bluetooth on and they got a nice direct line right on into your devices. Bye-bye, handsome. Love you. Good boy. Like, they could just, hook right on into that. Especially a hacker. They know how to do that. If they know how to, I know exactly how they do it. Because I hacked my computer before. Because I used to pirate stuff. And I'm going to say I used to pirate stuff. Until I got caught. And the company says, we're taking your internet away forever if you do that again. That's stealing. And I knew it was. But with the budget I had, it was just so tempting to do it. So I did it. So it was a computer program, a game that I played, and you had to open the sidebar in your browser to add in a few codes and things. So basically I know how to hack. Not going to, because I don't even have a computer anymore. I've already discussed that too. There's not, the wiring in here is shot. I can run these fans, but if I use my, with these fans on, my hair straightener in the bathroom, I can hear the electricity and the lights will go, unless I turn all of these off and unplug everything, except for the light bulb in the bathroom. The refrigerator, of course, never gets unplugged. And the device I'm using. So, my computers kept getting eaten by surges. That's $500-600 refurbished or used with a Windows 10, not even 11 on it, to replace. I don't have that every few months to replace them. So I don't have a PC. Which makes it difficult when I want to save files and save this and save that. That's another reason why I take screenshots and I take the symbols patterns from Pinterest and I throw them into a video and I put it on a private video on YouTube. Is because that's my storage bank right now. Other files, if I want to save them, I don't know. I think they said that I could put a bigger but I got a 62 gig in my phone. Because I know. And I have a 32 gig in my tablet. Wherever the heck that went even. But anyway, I have that on my tablet. But stuff doesn't go directly to it. And I don't realize that when I'm downloading apps and things. And it doesn't like to run apps from it. Tablets are very inconvenient. They're convenient, but they're inconvenient. They're convenient because you carry them around easier than a computer. Man, I'm hungry, you guys. But they're inconvenient because unless you spend $1,000 on the dang thing, and why would you do that? They're all crap. And you spend $100, $200, $600 on a machine nowadays. A machine. Yes, I said a machine. I'm old. And they're considered not reusable. Disposable. They're considered disposable. What? Really? But yet you got parents that have refrigerators in their house from 1970 because they were built like a Buick. Built like a Buick is a saying because Buicks used to be like... Cars used to be made out of metal. That's why people are getting into really bad car accidents and not surviving, is because they're made out of plastic. You used to be able to fix your own car. Now you look in there and there's... What is that? The last car I had, and that was from like 25 years ago. Battery wasn't even underneath the hood. You had to remove the tire and get under the car to get to the actual battery. The terminals had an extension up into the hood, so you could jump the car if you needed to. But it was in the it was behind the wheel well of the driver's side. Why? Why? Because you had to take it in to get it fixed. Money gougers. I used to actually pretty much know my way around carburetors and that kind of stuff. It interested me. I wanted to actually go play with tools and be a mechanic. Because that looked fun. Because Dad played with tools and fixed stuff and got stuff done. And I'm like, that's pretty dang awesome. I'm too stupid. I can't do that. Too much math. You can't do that. You can't. You can't. I got tired of you can't. My last resort was I was actually a cashier. I was told that too. You can't do that. You can't make change. I was a cashier for 3 years. So I mean, I'm only 50 something. I could go learn how to do that. But you don't need a mechanic nowadays. You need a computer programmer. Going inside a Tesla or something like that would be like trying to fix my bike. If that bike breaks down, I can't fix that. So I'll be on my manual bike. That's why I have the manual bike, is because I know I'm storing an extra vehicle, but again, it's an extra vehicle. It's my freedom. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. You know what he told me? You know, he said that I was worth doing? Driving tow trucks. Not tow trucks even. Digging trucks. The big yellow cat trucks. Oh, you can get money doing that. Or you could go into construction. Something like that. stand on the road and push a stop sign, but you can't do anything else. You're not smart enough. Now they're realizing I'm way smart enough. All my little projects, they're like, that came out of your head? Yeah. Oh, Charlie moved. I can go. I'm not gonna do it with that. I'm rubbing my eyes and thinking, oh, I gotta take my meds. Charlie moved. I can do it. Ooh, hello, Squeaky. I'm not dealing with you. Doobie, I don't know where you're hiding. That's another thing I need to get. I don't really want them to deliver it to me because I don't want to put that on somebody's back. Because they're delivering all day long and they're going to have to carry heavy stuff. I need cat litter. I need the cat litter, but I don't want them delivering it. They have to deliver that stuff. But why is clay, which you can dig up from the earth, I know it's got to be processed and be able to why is a box, excuse the mess, that's where I keep my projects in, why is a box like that of dirt $30? Why? I mean, price gouging. Then why is a box of 12 cans of food $11? Why? Why is baby food and diapers, why are they so why? You know why? You need them, they got them, you're gonna pay the price. Convenience. However, it is convenient. It's not convenient or a want for the cat food. For me, what was I getting? Oh, pills. Because I've tried to give him boiled chicken up. He'll eat chicken for a few days and then he wants his wet cat food. And Charlie will eat tuna fish, which I don't like giving them because of the mercury. Under pressure. But fish has mercury in it. It always has since I remember, as long as I remember. So she'll eat that, but she'll take that chicken and she'll try and bury it like it's in the litter box already. So I've tried that because I can buy that with my food stamps and share it with them. Like I can cook some up for them without seasoning and then add seasoning to it for me to eat. Convenient. Yeah. They won't eat it. Frickin' brats. Did take my meds. Oh, excuse me. Guess I gulped them down a little bit too fast. It's something I gotta watch when I'm... Don't start another project. Grab the other one you're working on. That's how that pile got there. Oh, I'm bored with this project. Let's try this one. I'm bored with this project. Let's try this one. Oh, I've hit a plateau on this one. And Auntie, please get something done. Don't just fart around and act like you're doing something. But I took my meds. I tell you that because sometimes you probably wonder, because I leave you hanging on a lot of things. I'm sorry. That's how my brain works. It goes from one subject to another. And I feel I have covered what I had said, But half of that conversation is still up here, and you guys don't know that. My mom and I talk like that all the time. And then this, and my dad's like, will you guys use full sentences, please? I don't understand what's going on. We're like, we know what's going on. Just, he's like, well, I want to be part of the conversation too. But, oh, I looked in my toolbox because I was looking for a screwdriver. But what I use to tighten that, honestly, because it's got more power to it than whatever, is my electric screwdriver. But I found more nano tape. Then I could put the rest of my CDs up and get that out of the way. I call it nano tape because that's what they were calling it on Temu. Nano tape, that's what they were calling it. I've seen it elsewhere. And it's ridiculously expensive too. And they call it alien tape. It's just double-sided tape, honestly. But it's, like I said, I can't remove. I can't remove those. Oh. This is why I had myself situated at the wrong end of the bed yesterday, is because I needed my charger. Oh, hey. My other charger is at 3 bars, so I'll just plug that in. Oh, there we go. That way, if I feel like getting up and walking around, I can get up and walk around. As long as that lasts anyway. And then I'll recharge it. I lost the other one. I had a white one too, and I don't know where it went. It's probably under my bed. That's where everything is. If I lose something, it's under my bed. Hey, I've been trying to identify this tree out here. It's got giant frickin' leaves. And I don't know where it came from. It just started growing. It doesn't do any fruit or anything. I can't, you're not the tree I'm trying to identify. It almost looks like the shape of grapevine leaves, but they're like the size of my hand. And I don't know what that is, and I don't know if it's invasive or if I should chop it down, or, I mean, being that close to the house probably. But I don't have a foundation because it's a trailer, so it's not hurting anything being there. I actually have a few pine trees growing around. And honestly, after my parents are gone, I have no idea if I'm going to be in this house still or not. Because when they're gone, I don't need to be this close to them, because they'll be gone and stuck in the middle of nowhere. I have other places I can go. I have a few options I can go. But unfortunately, I own the property and the home. Fortunately for now, because I have a place to be. Other than paying my bills and running out of gas or electric, I have a place to be. But I don't even know if I'm going to be here when they're gone. And I don't know what I would do with the property. Honestly. And then I have to factor in the fact that I just got a kitten. Charlie's 5 or 6. Squeaky's on his way out. So he wouldn't be really much of an issue. Because, I mean, they could have like 10 more years. Or they could go tomorrow. I could go tomorrow. You walk out the door and a coconut could hit you in the head from dropping out of an airplane. You could and go up to heaven, depending on who you are. Ooh, why are you two slapping each other all the time now? Charlie's just not having it. She's just not having it anymore. She's like me. I think she's perimenopausal. She's like, ah, puh, get out of my way. They're so cute, though. And I took the back off of the couch because I had that on there as like a headboard. Because I had this bed in there coming out this way towards me. So it was like a set in there like... You know how a fold-out couch comes out? It was set in there like that. Because I used it as a headboard. Then I moved things around and cleaned my house and found other reasons for the couch, which, again, underneath all of that stuff is a thick gel mattress folded in half, so somebody could sleep on that. But they would sleep on it couch-wise rather than, width-wise instead of long-wise. So I took that board down so that I could get to the window and open it yesterday. I couldn't find a crank, so I took a screwdriver and shoved it in the... these are crank windows. And there's a little tiny knob in there with... it looks like gear teeth around it because the crank handle is supposed to... I couldn't find a crank handle. So I took a screwdriver and there's a little hole in there so you could put a screw on the crank handle and keep it in there. Well, I took the crank handle off because I need it for the rest of the windows. Now I lost that. So I took a screwdriver and I stuck it in there and I pressed real hard and I got it open that far. Was going to try that with the other window in the kitchen. So I moved the table and the bike out so I could do that. But I'm like, yeah, I'm too hot. I was dripping water like I'd just gotten out of the shower. I was dripping that bad. By the way, I'm not allowed to say I was boiling. Yes, like I said yesterday, I said I was boiling. Pam says, don't ever say that again. So I didn't finish the sentence this time, Pam. Are you happy? Pam, don't ever clip your nails with a seam ripper again on camera either. That's gross. Oh, man. 50 years old and I'm getting acne. I think that has to do with like, I got this, oh my gosh, that thing is weird feeling. After you get used to it, it's okay, but your eyes start watering and it's like an epilepsy. I don't know where it went even. It was over here because I was... Hey, gum. You guys don't want to watch me chew gum. But anyway, I had that and I was using it and it was yanking the hairs out and stuff like that. But I think it has to do with all of that. My diet isn't different. I'm not eating a bunch of oil. I'm not any of that. But I did mess with the follicles and the pores. So I'm getting acne because basically I ripped hair out of my face. Plugged in my other charger that I could find. I call that Old Reliable because that thing will take 2 days to charge fully, but it'll also take 2 days on my phone to drain fully. I'm using it, and I can plug my phone and my tablet in both of them. and other things. So I love those things. I'll probably get a couple more because I was using Old Reliable and it gave me an extra day of phone usage and stuff when the ice storm hit. So I was able to communicate with people an extra day. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it the full time because it did go and I didn't have anywhere to charge it. Nobody did. I don't want that on the floor. Oh, no, that's the lid. This is a lid to one of my square boxes. I thought it was my other charger. Oh, 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 oh. Come on. Okay. That is a disappointment. When I'm sitting there trying to sneeze and the sneeze doesn't come out. That's a big disappointment. What project was that? Oh, it doesn't matter. It's all stained up. Which means, ooh, I could get the dye out and dye it. It's got big old coffee stain on it. A lot of my projects, ew, what is that? A lot of my projects end up being non-projects because I spill coffee on them. And then I throw them in a corner going, I'll tie-dye them. That one's going to need to be tie-dyed. As a matter of fact, where is that stuff? I think I used all the interesting colors. Ooh! 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 I think I'll use that one. I collected a whole bunch of these through yard sales and resale shops for like $1.50, for sets. They're not that cheap in the store. And this one set that I got had only yellow and pink in it. I think somebody was doing something with the rest of the colors and they just donated. They probably school colors or something like that. But I know Pam loves yellow, and I know her daughter, but actually both of them. The older one seems to be getting into purple more nowadays. But I think, I love her, but I think that's an Aunt T influence because Aunt T loves purple. And to me, I think that is a good compliment. I have green too. Green or teal? Green and teal? Green and teal. I'm not going to waste all that dye. It is what it is. It is what it is. What it is. I can't close that bag right now. Tressa, you take that bag back over there and put it away. There. Oh, I also got, when I was playing with the Chinese site, not this. And they're disappointing. They're not as crass as I thought they would be. Cats being that word, and I had to cover that up because that's not a very, and I'm glad I didn't give that to you, Sterling. And then swearing cats. Now, I understand they are being buttholes, but like, I thought it would be a little bit more fun than this. Really? Huh? That one's kind of funny. You know me and my toilet humor. That one makes me mad because my two do it. The two girls do it. That's not a cat being an ick. And then let's see what I can... I'll look at this first. Oh. Like... This is part of the cat swearing book. How is that a cat swearing? So they're disappointing. You look guilty, you look guilty, you look guilty. How is that a cat swearing? So they're disappointed. That one I could give to Sterling, actually. But I was going to give her this one, but I don't like the... I could rip the cover off. She would not like that cover. But again, how is... I feel guilty and I'm very disappointed. Or geez Louise. How is this a cat swearing? Seriously? I know, you figured out the other word. But I had most of it covered too. I mean, I understand that they have different humor. I mean, to call somebody a tomato head is really funny to them. But, really? And you didn't, when you got... Ooh, the sun is out. Now it's going to get hot again. Well, hot-ish. And you didn't get to look inside to get a preview of... put those away. Put them away. To get a preview of what you were getting. That's something about those sites, too. Is, oh, I'm getting a whole set of... No, you're getting one. One for 50 cents. You're not getting a whole set of them. Or you're getting a piece of it. People are stupid. Oh, there's the dye. And my vinegar. Now, I think I've said it before. Vinegar, you really don't have to use it when you're using these things. But I do, because it helps. It really helps set the dye in. I'm gonna get... Where is my plastic? Where is my plastic? There it is. But I need it over... Yeah. I just moved some stuff out of the way. Like my coffee pots with my coffee that I drained in there. Oh, I spilt. Oh, there's my Excedrin. I need that in a minute. You don't need that because it's got coffee in it. But vinegar helps set the stuff, and it helps set really well. And it's like the only thing that I've found that is reliable on that. I was going to use that one, but... Will it sit in there with... No, let's see. 21%, you'll be okay. I need, and I always use a glass jar for this. If I'm going to use jars like this for reuse them, because that was a spaghetti. If I'm going to reuse them for that, I don't dye stuff in it, because these have chemicals. They have chemicals in it that's going to make you sick. This is what happens, Pam, when I'm making you doilies. I spill coffee on them. But, okay, I was going to say, I don't use plastic if I'm going to reuse it for food. I use this. And I use a smaller one, like, or whatever, because I'm not making a big batch of anything. I'm dyeing that, literally. Let's see. Vinegar. You can't see what I'm doing, and I wish I could put you up here, maybe. See? No. No, it doesn't want to do that. So, just enough. Oop, that was a lot of green. Was that green? I didn't even really stir it. I just kind of covered all the crystals. That's just vinegar and dye. Now that's going to soak all of that up. So what I'm going to do now that that's sitting in there, that's the green. Not this, because it's got cherry juice in it. And that affects the chemicals. A little bit of water, just because. And it's very concentrated. So now what I'll do is, this is the teal. Ooh, I already dropped some in. That's going to be very earthy when it comes out. Like the earth colors. Oh, there's already water in it. I didn't use all the powder in either one of them. There's plenty left. And that should come out marbled. Even if it just comes out like a different green. Because of the different stitches in it. And that stain might go away because of the vinegar. But because of the different stitches in it, it's still going to have like white and that kind of stuff. And I call it marbled, but it's in the yarn world. And it may be on other places too. It's called variegated. And I've shown you some of the yarns I've made out of that. But again, Pam, that's what happens to a lot of the doilies I make you, is I accidentally spill coffee on them. That would have been a fun one to have too. Not sitting all that crap. I don't want to. It's too flippin' hot in this house. Oh, I said I was hungry. Oh. So that's going to probably sit for the day. Soak it and soak it and soak it. And then, in order to get it to set best, I've done microwave. I could boil that right now and it'd probably end up just one plain color. Probably still might. But that's going to sit for a day. And then tomorrow, I'll rinse it out in hot water and dry it. And then it should be good to go. All that is that's toilet paper roll. Yes, I have toilet paper next to my bed because Auntie's nose runs. And I'm too cheap to buy Kleenex. And I got a box of like 48 rolls of toilet paper because people didn't like it. It looked more like a napkin. I got like 48 rolls of that for free. So it's not Kleenex, but it'll still wipe your nose just the same. Wipe both ends. Hello, Squeaky. You need me again? What do you want? Not putting a blanket on. I told you. I love you. But you can... You like the heat. I don't. And you are too warm to be on me. Though they were very convenient to have when it was an ice storm. I kept telling everybody, I said, don't worry about me. I got 2 portable heaters. I have to feed them, but I got 2 portable heaters. Now I got 3 for a while. I know I keep mentioning that, but it's on my mind and it worries me. I should probably get my shoes up off the floor too. There's one of them. I don't know where the other one is. I will find it another time. Is that cotton? No, that's acrylic. Oh, except for I did mix it with another another yarn, which is like the Aunt Lydia's, just the bone regular. I find the bone colored more than I find the white. That's a purple one I made, but do you see the blue in it? I did the same process I just did with the blue and the teal and the green. Again, the white that's in it was a manufactured one that I know what that was. It was making a side to go on a shirt, but then I looked at that and I'm like, that looks like the beginning of life inside of a mama. Actually inside of a daddy. I try to use colorful ways to describe stuff like that because there is one young person, everybody knows her, Journey, and she doesn't need to know terms like that. She doesn't need to know terms like that out of my mouth anyway. And if she does want to know terms like that, that's her parents' job to teach her. And hey, what did I do with my charger? Did I leave it over there? Oh yeah, you know why? Because I took you off the charger to tie-dye. What is this? Oh, it's one of those little ones. I use these ones to actually charge my chargers. But because those conveniently take both. My Android does not. Woo! 15%. Yay. So, because of the laundry situation, towels aren't technically dirty after you've cleaned your body and dried yourself, but the storm last night did some of my laundry. I figured with towels not really technically being dirty, that they would only really need a rinse. So they're on my porch. along with my yoga mats. That's a couple day process if you do it that way. I could shove them all in the bathtub and squish grapes. I don't want to. Okay, I got my creative mind going. So, I guess I'm going to say, you have a good day. I'll see you later. Bye! This is what happens when you get bored and you straighten your hair just before the storm hits. I was like, it's wanting to lay flat a little bit today. Let's play with the straightener. And now I could live with it, this. If I kept complaining about my hair being out to here, blah, 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 blah. And I wanted a haircut. I could live with it. This looks good. This looks really good. So, thank you again, Sterling, for telling me about straighteners, which I should have known about, but never thought about. I was just like, well, I just dry my hair naturally, and that's that, because I didn't want, stuff happening to it, because it already looked frizzy to me. Well, it looked frizzy because it was kinky like that, naturally, and this takes that out of there. So, here, I'll try and get over here, or, there we go. This is Aunt T with normal hair. Took a screenshot, sorry. He only gets sucked out into a freaking mattress. That was the funniest damn death I've ever seen. Like he got flushed. Like the turd.